Hi guys, so I decided I'd do this video just to I haven't gotten any backlash. I mean, I posted the video of me talking to my very younger brother a couple minutes ago, but anyway, I thought I'd post this one just because I want to, kind of explain why I thought that was an important thing that we needed to do. And I did in the description explain it, but I wanted to go more in depth about it and just kind of have another video saying, hey, this is how I feel about that. So, at least what I've seen, and this is something, I'm gonna give a little bit of there's many reasons why I think that what I talked about is a very important thing that needs to be talked about more often. When I was very young, I was baptized. I was baptized into the Church of England religion. It's a true fact. But I was raised around many different religions. My mom encouraged religious studies at home, and we actually went to Buddhist temples, which I know I've said I'm Christian in past videos because I was raised Christian, but even my mother and my little brother and me, when we were living in Hong Kong, and we absorbed a lot, we took in a lot of that religion, and it actually made me and my brother make a choice. So we would either be Christian or Buddhist. Me and my little brother, as he even said in the video, don't really agree with Christianity too much, so we kind of lean more towards Buddhism as our beliefs, which is something that I want to start doing. I want to start going to temples and stuff, but you know, when you're in Texas and you're in a very Christian country, that's very difficult. Anyway, so basically, we were raised in that, and so that was always kind of something I just thought happened, you know, people were just very open and accepting of different religions. And I realized that's, when I moved here especially, that's not the case. People aren't very open about religions. People are very closed-minded. People are just they think they're right. They definitely think that their religion is the correct religion, and they become very closed-minded. I think a view I was brought up with, and a view that my mom holds very, very, very strongly, is that every single religion, because I mean, I'm from a theist family, at least, we believe in God, every single religion is a different pathway to God. There is no wrong way. As long as you are keeping up the basic morals held in most religions, if not every religion, which is like, don't be an asshole and don't kill people, then if you're a good person, you'll go to heaven. Like, you're not gonna go to hell unless you do something really bad. That's kind of just the basis of what I was brought up believing, and I think that everybody, I would think that most people would think that, but they don't. People who, in this country especially, I'm in Texas, who are Christian, believe that they are Christian. They believe that if you aren't Christian, you're a sinner. I went through a phase of being really angsty and atheist when I was in 8th grade. I'm not saying atheist is angsty at all. I know that people don't believe in God, and that's totally fine. But I was actually told that I was going to hell because at the time, I didn't believe in God. I still think Christianity is kind of extreme. I don't like it. So I didn't believe in God at the time, and this girl told me that I was going to hell, and it was just very closed-minded stuff. And a couple days ago, this is just addressing Christianity at the moment. A couple days ago, I have a friend, she's lesbian, she comes from a Christian family, and on her Facebook it was she went to the Houston Pride Parade because we live in Houston, and her family and I think her friends, I don't know too well who they were, I can just guess, and they said that they were her family, but they said a lot of things that were very closed-minded, very you're going to hell, forcing their beliefs on somebody, which is something I've never upheld and believed that even really happened very much, and because I've lived in such a open family, and I've kind of realized recently, wow, people really don't think about other people's religions. People really think that they're right. And I think religion in general, not just in that aspect, is causing a lot of problems. I mean, you've got ISIS who think that they're right, and they think, oh yeah, you know, our religion is the best, and apparently, according to Muslims I know, like I said in a previous video, I mean, I'm dating someone who is Muslim, like, it's not even true Islam, so they're kind of just fucking stupid. Anyway, I don't know too much about that, but, I think that recently there's just been, because of that, and because there is a group, a very extremist group, who think that they're right and like to go around killing people, there are people who kind of see everybody in that religion as that, and there are people who, like, don't like that because it's Christianity. It's just all over the place right now, and I think definitely what I'm trying to get at that in that video is that a lot of the stereotypes and a lot of the propaganda and a lot of the fear that we have in politicians like Donald Trump and other politicians is instilled in kids. Little kids hear that and it's adopted in them. And they, little kids who don't really understand the religion that they were brought up with, because, I mean, I'm sorry parents, it's a hard truth, your kids don't understand the religion that you're preaching to them very well. All they know is that if you don't preach it, you're going to hell. That's what I know. Like, they don't understand what you're teaching them. You've never explained it. You've just said that it's right. It's kind of like a brainwashing thing. And this is not just with Christianity. This is with every single religion. I've seen families like this who weren't Christian. And I know it's weird that Christianity is not the only religion in the world, because people seem to think that it is, which is kind of strange. But yeah. Those stereotypes, that closed-mindedness starts from being 12 and starting to understand the world. When you're 12, you're about to be a teenager, you're going on to be 13, and that's your period of self-discovery. Self-discovery with religious beliefs, self-discovery with beliefs in everything, politics, anything. That is when you are to discover yourself. That is when you discover who you want to be and what you want to believe in. Religion, in my mind, and how I was brought up, and honestly, I don't want to be closed-minded here, but what I think is the ideal way to go about it, religion is the most precious thing if it is something that you have discovered yourself. If it is something that you studied and were like, yes, I get this is cool. My mom actually found a new belief of, hang on. So in my mind, what I would see as ideal is religion being self-discovery, and that is completely being eliminated. Not only is that being eliminated, but kids are not able to see other religions. Kids do not even, all they see is what they are brought up with. Closed-mindedness starts from that age. When kids are supposed to be discovering themselves and you block that from them, that's dangerous to me. That's sad. So what I was trying to say in that video, and my little brother is kind of a prime example of a family. My little brother is a good face for my family and how he would be at that time, like, hey, yeah, you know, this and that, and the influence politics has on religion and stuff like that. And so I think that is very important to see, and I mean, I think you do see in a way, not just in my family, because outside influences they exist too, but I think in that video, you can definitely see how outside influences, like Donald Trump's political views on religion, which religion and politics should never be mixed up. That's not something that I believe in. But you see outside influences like that and discrimination like that just coming in and influencing a younger child. And I think that really, something that we really need to think about is religion as a self-discoverable thing, not just something that you shove down your kids' throats. And I think that religious openness and religious diversity is the most important thing in society right now, with ISIS and with fucking Westboro Baptist Church, homophobia. There's so many issues that could be addressed with people just realizing, oh yeah. And I know in my videos I talk a lot about like an ideal world and an ideal situation, but I guess I believe that there's gonna be bad people, but there's also gonna be good people, and I want to teach I mean, that sounds preachy. I just want to put out there what I think, or what I would see, and my opinion on what would make a good society a better society. And I think that as good people in a good society, religious diversity is important, and I think that sometimes because we are so close-minded to other religions, we forget. especially in human geography this year, and dating somebody that doesn't come from the same country I do and comes from a country that culture-wise is a million miles away from anything I was ever raised in, is very opening to me. It kind of makes me realize I'm not the only person here, you know? There are different cultures, there are different people in the world, there is difference, and I think that's so important to realize today. And I think we should keep realizing that. Anyway, that's all for this video. I might make another video another day, but I just felt like religious diversity has been on my mind for it's been on my mind for a long time, and I wanted to make a point about it. And I'm probably going to do more videos with my little brother, because I think especially, not only, excuse me, with religious views, but with everything, with politics, you, get a mindset, because you enforce that onto children and they think that, and they don't really know their political views. I know my little brother has no interest in watching a fucking presidential rally. He's 12, but he hears stuff. Actually, our stepdad is conservative, and so he wants to vote for Trump, and my little brother wants to vote for Trump now and believes all these things, because all he's heard is the two things, which are the one thing technically, which is immigration with Mexicans and Muslims, and that's all he's heard, and he like devoutly believes that, because my mom isn't a very outspoken woman, so she kind of just doesn't really say anything about it, but a lot of the time, he hears a lot of things that Donald Trump will say, through my stepdad's mouth about those things, and he starts to believe it. And I also think politics is a self-discovery thing. Well, that's kind of obvious, but some people don't see it as that. I know in my family, I'm a Democrat, I guess. Well, yeah, I am. I believe in a lot of the things that Democrats say. I'm very liberal, and I'm in a family that will post every single day about how liberals are stupid and fucking idiots and all this shit, and how like huggy lovey never works. We need to fucking bomb people. Literally, my family. So I think that I'm probably going to do more with him on politics and just stuff like that. But I don't know if you saw in that video, but because he's, not just because he's young, but he's like kind of hyper because he's a little kid, it's very hard to like get him to sit down like, yo, Dylan, his name's Dylan, let's talk. So I kind of have to do it like that. So it did seem very informal because he was like laying all over the bed and like yeah. So that's just the way it's going to be when I do videos with him. So just kind of get used to that, I guess, but just listen to what he has to say, because I feel like it's definitely very insightful. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for listening, and also just anyone who picks up and has an opinion or whatever and is open to listening to other people's opinions, like, cool, keep doing what you're doing. And thanks for watching this video, and the other one, which you probably would need to watch before you watch this one.